I had this idea in my head, and honestly, I wasn't sure that it would work, but I wanted to do something simple and natural and still interesting. And this might be one of my favorite pieces I've made lately. Let me show you exactly how it came together. So I got a butter dish from the Dollar Tree, and I found the two spice jars. Actually, they came in a set of 4 from the thrift store. And then I had bought a big bag of just random sized blocks. And I used some twine, some paint, and a couple buttons. And I know you guys are going to think I'm crazy, but I hate to waste. And I measure all of my paint so I know exactly what I put in, because then if I really like the color, I can make it exactly as it was. I know. So I actually did measure the chalk paint. I did 1 part white, 2 parts the greenish, and then I just did like a dab of the brown. And that I didn't put in the teaspoon. I just took a dollop with my paintbrush. Mix it up until I found the tone that I liked. I was really nervous about painting on glass and the plastic, because I sometimes don't think it sits on there very nice. It kind of smears. But I thought I'd give it a try anyway. See if I could make it happen. So I took off the stickers, and then I wiped both jars down with some rubbing alcohol. The stickers came out super easy. And rather than using the paintbrush, because I didn't want those lines, I took that sponge that you can get from the Dollar Tree, and I just tapped it on, and it actually kind of gave it a cool texture as well. I just did really light, and then I actually went back and did 2 coats on it. And that green is really pretty. And then I did, that is called sheepskin, I think is the color. Or oatmeal. No, I think it was oatmeal. So then I just did the same technique by just dotting it on instead of wiping it with a brush. And the actual feet for the tray are the tops of the spice jars. So I just took them off, painted them, and then I glued them on the bottom of the butter container. I don't know what happened to that video, but it's pretty self-explanatory how that works. I took E6000 and I put the top flipped over onto the bottom that now have the feet. And then I just let it dry. And while it was drying, I took some twine and I started wrapping it, but that twine was just too thin. I didn't like it. It wasn't laying the way that I wanted it. So I did find some thicker twine and I wrapped it up. Here I'm just deciding if I like it or not. And I decide no. So I go and find the thicker twine and I just hot glued it around. I think it went around 3 or 4 times. It fell within the ridges really, really nice. Have you ever had one of the craft ideas that you weren't quite sure about, but you ended up trying it anyway? Tell me about it in the comments. I love hearing what you're working on. So then I took two teeny tiny little buttons, one green and one cream, and I just switched it so that the green was on the cream jar and then the cream was on the green jar. And here I'm just kind of roughing up the bottom, um, just making it look a little bit worn in spots. And sorry about the camera placement. I don't know. I wasn't even paying attention. So I apologize. Thankfully, you can see it in the end though. And you can see the feet there. Yeah, they were just the tops, the cork tops from the jars. Worked out really nice. And again, there I go with out of the camera range just about. But here I'm just kind of dry brushing over the raised edges of the mason jars, of the little spice mason jars. And then I just glued them on. Well, I didn't glue them yet. I glued the ribbon on and I put a little button on there as well, just to kind of tie it all in. And I took some dried lavender and dried wheat, adding them into each little jar. The wheat was long enough. I actually cut the lavender too much, so then I ended up putting some floral foam in the bottom of that one jar. Then once I had all the flowers in there, I just used some hairspray, a couple light coats of it, and that will hold them really nice. And note to self, mostly I need to move my hands up. Probably raise the camera up, looks like. Yeah, there I'm getting out the floral foam. That came from Temu. Just kind of measuring it, just a rough guesstimate. And that just lifted them up just enough. So, and I didn't permanently glue anything down, the flowers down, because I wanted to be able to change it out for seasons. And I really love how this turned out. It's simple, but it makes a statement. If you enjoy watching real-time builds like this, I'd love for you to subscribe and follow along. I share new farmhouse projects every week, and I'll see you in the next one.